This is the outline of my presentation. I'll give an overview of Council's decision to end. The PTC has the mission of balancing commuters' interests with the long-term viability of the public transport operators. In all its decisions, the Council should not excessively favour either commuters or operators, but strike a balance. In determining fare adjustments, the Council takes guidance from the Fare Review Mechanism framework established in 2005. Fare cap is derived from this formula: the fare index minus its productivity extraction factor of 1.5%. The price index comprises of two components: the change in consumer price index over the preceding year, and a wage index, which is the change in average money earnings for all workers over the preceding year. Therefore, these indices are pegged to national performance and not the direct cost of the operators. The productivity extraction factor was revised in 2008 from 0.3% to 1.5% today. This is to reflect the historical gains in operators' productivity and is the way of sharing operators' productivity gains with commuters. Now, the fare cap for this year is 2.8% based on the CPI of 2.8% and WI of 5.8%. These are Council's key decisions: to grant only 1% overall net adjustment for both bus and train fares, which is significantly lower than the 2.8% fare cap. This includes the following: full-day senior citizen concessionary travel. This now applies to weekdays in addition to Saturdays, Sundays, and public holidays. The differentiated fare structure on the North East Line and Circle Line, or NEL and CCL in short, for senior citizens will be adjusted downwards to a uniform 4 cents above the North-South and East-West Line fares, instead of the current graduated 4 to 19 cents. Senior citizen and adult card fares will be increased by 1 cent and 2 cents per journey, respectively. To encourage more commuters to switch to contactless smart card usage and enjoy lower fares under distance fares, the price differential between card and cash fares will be widened. Therefore, adult cash and single trip ticket fares will be increased by 10 cents. SMRT will also contribute 5 million for demand management schemes. These changes will take effect on 8 October this year, together with the start of operation of CCL 4 and 5. We move next to key issues. The GDP growth forecast for this year is in the range of 5 to 7%. The latest unemployment rate as of June this year is 2.1%, and it is still one of the lowest over the last 5 years. With the latest June figure, with CPI at 5.2% year on year. The Council also looked at the public transport affordability indicator, which is based on the second quintile by household income. Now, as you can see, the indicator has been on a downward trend, with it starting at 5.3% in 2003 to 3.7% last year. This indicates that fares have remained affordable for the majority of commuters. Finally, as part of the Fare Review Mechanism framework, the Council made a reality check on the operator's ROTA, or return on total assets, noting a dip from 2009. Council is satisfied that the operators' returns are not excessive when compared to returns of other industries with similar structures, and also considered the sizable capital investments needed to sustain and improve their operations, such as for bus and train purchases to expand fleet size and capacity. The breakdown of the fare adjustment for this year is as follows. For contactless smart cards, adult commuters will see a 2 cent increase in their total journey fare. Senior citizen commuters will see a 1 cent increase. There will be no change for child student commuters. As mentioned earlier, to encourage commuters to switch over to contactless smart card usage, for cash and single trip tickets, adults will see a 10 cent increase in their trip fares. There will be no change for both senior citizen and child student commuters. Let us now look at some examples. An adult commuter makes a bus train journey starting from Sembawang. Commuter then transfers to the North-South line at Yishun MRT and completes the journey at Newton MRT station, with the journey total kilometers of 16.3 kilometers. The current adult card fare is $1.53. With a 2 cents increase per journey, the new adult card fare is now $1.55. Now, if this journey was made without any transfers and is of the same distance, the new fare will likewise be $1.55. This time, let's look at senior citizens making the same journey from Sembawang to Newton. This time, today, senior citizen pays a card fare of 86 cents. With an increase of 1 cent per journey, the new senior citizen card fare is 87 cents. On further fare adjustments, the operators have offered to extend senior citizen concessionary travel to full day on weekdays. This means that senior citizens will now enjoy concessionary travel during all operation hours. There will be no change to student and full-time NS-men monthly concession passes. Currently, the senior citizen card fares in the NEL and CCL are 4 cents to 19 cents more than the North-South and East-West line card fares. This differentiated fare structure of 4 cents to 19 cents will be reduced to a uniform 4 cents. The senior citizen concessionary card fare for the first fare band on the NEL and CCL will be extended from 1 kilometre to 3.2 kilometres. The yellow curve represents the current fare level for senior citizen concessionary card fares on the NEL and CCL. The blue curve represents the revised fares which have been adjusted downward from a graduated 4 to 19 cents to a uniform 4 cents more than the NSEWL fare, or the North-South East-West line fare. Now you will note that while there is an increase of 1 cent, the first fare band has been extended from 1 kilometre to 3.2 kilometres. Therefore, on NEL and CCL, overall senior citizen card fares will be reduced. For example, the maximum fare capped beyond 7.2 kilometres will be reduced from today's $1.05 to 91 cents. Let's look at some further examples. Now, currently, senior citizens do not enjoy concessionary fares before 9 a.m. on weekdays. Based on the same bus train journey from Sembawang Road to Newton MRT station, senior citizens are paying an adult fare of $1.53 if they travel before 9 a.m. on weekdays. With the extension of concession hours to full days from 8 October this year, senior citizens will pay concession fares for the same travel. The new fare, after taking into account the extension and fare adjustment, is 87 cents. And this is a significant 66 cents lower than the current fare. In this example, we look at the reduction in senior citizen card fares on NEL and CCL. Based on this NEL journey from Hougang Station to Chinatown of 11.9 kilometers, the current senior citizen fare is $1.05. With a downward adjustment of senior citizen fare structure for NEL and CCL from the graduated range of 4 to 19 cents to a uniform 4 cents, the new fare for the same journey will be 91 cents come 8 October. Enhance its current discount for morning off-peak travel scheme by increasing the discount from the current maximum of 10 cents to 30 cents. They will also extend the eligible exit time from the current 7:30 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. SMRT will also collaborate with the LTA to conduct trials on demand management measures to incentivize commuters to travel during off-peak periods to help address crowding issues on the North-South and East-West line. Details will be announced later by the respective parties when the scheme is further developed. These schemes will cost an estimated $5 million for SMRT. As an example, currently SMRT gives a 10-cent discount to commuters who exit from 9 stations in the city area before 7:30 a.m. Now, using this example of a bus train journey from Sembawang Road to Tanjong Pagar MRT station, the current adult fare is $1.63 after the 10-cent discount. With an increase in discount of up to 30 cents, the new fare will be $1.45 after taking into account the 2-cent adjustment in the adult fare. Adults will therefore see a savings of 18 cents. Overall, 85% of all commuters will see an increase in card fares of 1 to 2 cents per journey. 41% or 4 in 10 of senior citizens will see savings in their card fares for those travelling on the NEL and CCL. Child and student commuters will see no change. Together, the two public transport operators will see an increase of about 15 million. The fare adjustment has taken into account SMRT's demand management measures worth an estimated $5 million. Needy families may need more help. We understand that the government will be distributing public transport vouchers to needy families this year to help them with the fare adjustment. So in summary, Council's decision balances the commuters' interest and public transport operators' long-term viability. The fare adjustment of an overall net 1% is significantly lower compared to fare cap of 2.8%. Operators' extension of senior citizen concessionary fare to full day on weekdays, in addition to Saturday, Sundays. There will be no change to senior citizen cash fare. There will be no change also to child student concessionary card or cash fares. Prices for student and NSF monthly concession passes will remain unchanged.
Factors the PTC took into consideration in deciding the fare adjustments for this year. I would like to emphasize that the PTC's mandate is to balance commuters' interests and the viability of public transport operators. We are all aware of the cost of living issues that commuters face. At the same time, rising prices affect not only commuters, but the operators and their workers as well. So it is a challenge for everybody. Before I open the session for Q&A, I wish to point out that the PTC will continue to regulate the operators on their bus service performances and will not hesitate to impose penalty should there be any unacceptable non-compliances. Some of you may have read the blog from the Minister. We'll be working, getting the LTA to be doing an extensive review on the quality standards. And in time to come, this will be out and will be tightened. And we hope to achieve incremental improvements. I think realistically speaking, we should be looking for incremental improvements rather than a quantum leap. There are physical environment conditions. Buying of buses is one thing. Sourcing for bus captains is another problem that has to be solved as well. But the operators have committed to invest heavily on their bus fleet to increase capacity and improve frequency to meet the service standards set by the PTC. For instance, SBS Transit recently announced that it will bring in another 600 new buses in 2011 and 2012 at a cost of $268 million. While SMRT is investing more than $100 million over the next 2 years to purchase 238 new buses. You know there will be lead time for the buses to arrive, to hire bus captains and so forth. So to ensure that the number of buses remains on the road whilst new buses are being added on and there is a net increase until all the new buses arrives, some of the older buses' life will be extended rather than having them taken off the road. So every possible means are being considered to increase the number of buses that are plying on the road so that commuters will, over time will experience an incremental improvement on it. With this, I would like to invite the other council members to join me for the question and answer session.